This is called a traveler's journal, traveler's notebook. And this just allows me to keep all my things in like one spot. And I really like it because I don't want to have everything in one journal. We'll get into it, but basically this is a traveler's journal. I made it myself. I went to the Dollar Tree and I got a vinyl, you know, the placemats, like the vinyl placemats. See, so it's just, that's all it is. And I cut it and I used all my crafty tools and made it myself. So this is every month I do like a welcome type page. And so this was a coloring page that I created myself. Chosen Spot Papery, which is my sticker, printable sticker Etsy shop. Every month I create these really cool, fun, you know, welcome sticker pages. I print them on sticker paper because I like to put them in my journal, and then I color these pages throughout the whole month. So it's not just, I don't just sit down one day. Sometimes I do, but not usually, because I usually don't have time. This month, I don't usually do a page like this, but this month, or February, I was like, love is all you need, and Jesus, obviously. And so I just put down things that I love. And then this is I set this up every month. Now, I know a lot of planners actually have this already set up, and I did go, last year, I did have a couple journals without this spread. Like, I had a couple inserts when I was doing that without this monthly layout, and I hated it. So I wanted to do, I love my calendar layout, and I know it looks like a lot of work, but honestly, I mean, I know my numbers, you know, how many dots are. This is a dot grid notebook, by the way. I don't know if you can see. Oh, come on, camera, zoom in. So you can see the dots. There it goes. And so I know how many dots are, and so each box is 7 by 7. So anyway, that's how I lay that out. And I kind of lay it out every month and go through it. And I do, by the way, you guys, I don't sit down. Sometimes I sit down one day and just focus on setting up my journal. But most of the time, this takes about, like, I go through it, I do a little bit every day for like 3 or 4 days. So don't think that you have to like do it. I don't do it like all at one time. And then I just kind of let it grow naturally. I added in the washi tapes, and this is another sticker from my shop. So I add that in. And I do like to use some of my own stickers just because it's like I already took the time to create them. Why not use them? Planning, getting into planning. I've been doing this social life, like my social, goals. Because some of this stuff I didn't do. I plan out my emails to my customers, what I want to post on Instagram, and then blog posts, which I actually got a blog post in last month. Woohoo! And I always separate my goals by like, way of different areas of life. So obviously Arbonne, Handcrafted by Heather, Papery, those are my businesses. And then personal is like finances, mental, physical, relational. And then I normally do home and family, and I don't know why I didn't put that in, but I didn't. And then here's my memories. We watched Wonder together as a family, which rarely happens. Normally we pick a movie, the kids and I pick a movie, and Jeremy kind of just sits on the couch and plays on his phone. He doesn't usually pay attention. So the fact that we all sat down and watched it together was like, oh, it's a very rare thing. But if you guys have not seen that movie, please watch it. It is such a good movie. There's so much goodness jam-packed into this one movie. Now, I know a lot of people are probably like, oh, the book is better. I'm not a reader. I read books that are personal development books. I don't read fictional books because I don't have time for that. But I will watch a movie. So, if you're like me and you're not a book reader, but you love movies, then that's definitely a movie that I would recommend watching. This is a movie that I would buy, and I don't purchase movies ever. I usually don't watch movies more than once. But this is definitely a movie that I would watch over and over again. Excuse me. We had a snow day. We binge watched Big Brother. I never in a million years thought I would be interested in Big Brother. butt because it's a reality show. It's so stupid. But for some reason, I got super into it. And Jeremy got into it too. I think Jeremy used to watch it before we got together, and then he just stopped. But I'm like, why am I watching this show? Anyway, so we binge watched it with the kids, and it was a fun thing. I went bowling with Graham's class and sat down and chit-chatted with one of Graham's friends' moms, which was really nice. I loved doing that. My mom and I went to Let's Bead. It's a bead shop, and we stocked up on lots of amethyst and other beads that I'm really excited about making all my new jewelry. Jeremy and I went to dinner with some of his work friends, which we never get out, so that was fun. I let Emma watch American Pie. No, judge me if you want to, but I'm like, how have you never watched American Pie? I watched American Pie when I was her age, so I'm like, you have to watch this. And she's really glad that she did because it's ridiculous. Graham went ice skating for the first time, and that was cool. He's like, Mom, don't stay. You can go home. I asked him, like, do you want me to rent skates and help you to skate? And he's like, no, I want you to go home. And I'm like, oh, okay. My big boy. We got caught up with all of our bills this month, which I'm really excited because that's something that has been on my list for a couple months, is get even with our bills. So cool. And then this last memory, I wanted to put it in here. I put it in here this morning. Even though it's a sad thing. The Florida school shooting, obviously, first of all, this is a good reminder to just pray for the families and the school. But also, I really believe that all the school shootings, not just school shootings, but geez Louise, like the nightclub shooting, the Las Vegas shooting, everything, right? All this craziness. I really believe that for whatever reason, this particular shooting was a turning point in America to do something. We're done talking about this, and it's time to do something about it. It's time to change what we're doing to stop these shootings, because it's enough. Like, I've had enough. So I think it's so important that we all talk about it. And I think it's so important that we all listen to each other, because so many people have a lot of really great ideas with this, on what to do and everything. And whether it's gun laws, or just simply safety at schools, or simply, just whatever the conversation is, the point is that it's moving us forward. That's so important, friends. So don't shy away from talking about this, even though it is sad. If you get sad about thinking about this, pray. Just pray. Stop and pray. It's important to talk about. I always have a gratitude page, so I write something that I'm grateful for every day. My income tracker, I always track my income for my businesses. Over here is a habit tracker, and this one I decorated a little bit more than I normally do, but I have all my habits, down here, and then I color them in. The lines are separated by the weeks. My weeks do start, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, on Monday, ends on Sunday. I used to start on Monday or Sunday. My weeks used to start on Sunday and go through Saturday. But that means Saturday I would have to plan my week. And it wasn't even over. Just didn't, I don't know, it felt weird. February, I did a food tracker and exercise tracker. I'm so proud of myself for actually keeping track of this. I've done these spreads before where I didn't fill it out at all, and I filled it out this month. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, this is to help keep myself accountable to what I'm eating, how often I'm eating, how much I'm eating, how little I'm eating. Honestly, I have a hard time remembering to actually eat. I'm not a foodie. I don't care about food. So I literally forget to eat sometimes. And then I'm like, why do I feel so crappy? Oh yeah, I haven't eaten. And then exercise. I am trying to focus on exercise. Jeremy gave me his, it's not really a Fitbit, but it's a Garmin Vivo Fit thing. And I don't like the color, but it's something, and it does keep me, I do like it because it tracks my steps. As you guys can see, I started tracking my steps here, and I like that. But this is my Arbonne tracking for my business. Our goal is to try and talk to 40 new people a month to just, you know, say, hey, this is what Arbonne is, whatever, this is what we have, blah, blah, blah. And then my goals, and then I heard one of the NVPs say, don't make emotional decisions about your business, which I have a really bad habit of doing, which is silly. So this is my first weekly layout. So what I do over here is I do events and appointments, I do meal planning, and then the weather. And this works out really well for me. There are a bajillion different ways to do monthly or weekly planning. So, you know, you can find them on Pinterest, you can find it on YouTube. There's a bajillion different YouTubers that do, if you type in like February 2008 plan with me in the YouTube search bar, you'll be able to find a whole slew of, holy cow, like all different things. And then I set up my goals or projects, you know, tasks that I want to accomplish that week. And then this was, I did lay this out this week because I wanted to just try it out to see how I liked it. You'll see I don't continue it because it's too much. It's just, and then I do dailies. I track, or I do plan daily, and I use these time bars from Bujo Berry Papery. I made this little sticker, says F Old Man Winter. We had I don't remember if that was a snow day. Anyway, yeah, this is my water tracker. These are my little water trackers, also from Bujo Berry Papery. And then just more dailies. So as you can see here, this is a different weekly layout. I wanted to try different things out this month to see what worked best for me. And you'll see that this ends up not really working out for me. I also made this sticker. This is friggin' burger, dude. It's a watercolor sticker. This day we had a snow day. So yeah, it's just, the difference is there's no time tracker and it's a vertical layout. Instead of doing dailies, I just did this. So this is a different way to track my Arbonne income producing activity. This also didn't work for me. I didn't go back to it enough. I didn't really utilize it. It's just too much, I guess, for me. As you can see, I did my weekly review, and I laid it out anyway, but I didn't fill it in. Sometimes that happens. This is notes from, I think, oh, you know what it was? It was a success.com blog post, and I wanted to just kind of put it in here just for reference, and when it's good to reread these things, you know, every once in a while. So now you can see I went back to this kind of weekly layout, and this is what I've continued with. This is what works best for me. More goals, weekly goals, more dailies, another weekly review, and then we have last week, and then more dailies, my weekly review. And then we have my February review, monthly review. And I do these every month because I think it's important to track yourself. I do the weekly reviews, and I also do monthly reviews. I do quarterly reviews, and then yearly. So February, you know, my daily Bible reading and focus on whatever I'm working on in the moment. February was full of, like I said, kind of self-care and just taking care of me and making sure that I focus on the thing that I'm doing in the moment versus worrying about tomorrow or even next week or next month. I have to focus on today, or even right now. So that just kept coming up over and over and over again in February, and I'm excited to continue that. I've gotten a lot done because of that. And I should tell you that this monthly review, I have copied over from Lisa Jacobs of Market Your Creativity, or marketingcreativity.com. She's amazing. She has a book called And you guys have probably seen me talk about it before, but this is her book. I printed it out, and this is an amazing book. She has a business version, and she has like daily life version. That's February in a nutshell. I will show you what I have set up for March, and then you can see an empty, what it looks like for empty, you know, like an empty setup. But so you can see, this is my March, Hello March coloring page, and it's totally blank, and I'll color it in as I go, and I'll probably keep a theme. I'll probably do like purples and blues. That's my theme color for March, and we'll see how it turns out at the end of the month. I love doing it. It's fun. It's fun to see it evolve. Here's my calendar setup, and I have a color code for different things. I do my moon phases here. Those are helpful. And this is a sticker that you can find in my shop. Here's my goals, my whole monthly goals. My tracker, my empty habit tracker, so you can see how I set it up. I have a few more things than I did last month, and it seems like a lot to track, but it's not. So when I come in every morning and I do my tracking. So I don't do it at night. I do it first thing in the morning. I get my tizzy, my detox tea, and my fizzy, or coffee, whatever I'm drinking, and I get that. I sit down. I read my Bible or my devotional in the morning. I do my prayers, and I just sit at my desk, and you know, I go through each one. Yesterday, did I wake up by 7? Did I pray? Did I read my Bible, exercise, and all the way down, and I just fill it in. Here's my memories page, my gratitude page, and then same thing. I don't know if I'm going to write it or if I'm going to do drawings and stuff, kind of like I do with my memory page. I think in March I'm going to draw out my gratitudes. And then this one is a little different. So this is my mood mandala. I did this in January. Let's flip to it real quick so you guys can see. So these are so much fun. Another very great thing, like helpful thing to help you meditate and relax, whatever. This is so awesome for in the morning to do. I do AM and PM. So the top is AM and the bottom is PM. Looks like I was very hopeful in January. This month I'm keeping track of my sleep, something I really need. I am one of those people that needs 8 hours of sleep. End of discussion. My income tracker for the month. And as you can see, I forgot to leave space to put in my year to date. I do keep track of how much I'm making. In March, this is my food log for the month. I didn't love how the exercise and food was squished together, so I put my food log on a different page. So I have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack 1, snack 2, the date, and I'll probably go back through and put like the days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so on and so on. My fitness tracker this month. So how many steps did I do? Did I do yoga? How many squats did I do? How many push-ups did I do? Cardio type. How long did I do cardio? And then I'm going to check in weekly, not daily. Don't check your weight daily, friends. Just don't do it to yourself, because you will fluctuate. There's going to be days where you weigh more, but you did a lot of exercise. But it's sometimes because we drink more water or we're eating different foods. You just never know. So if you are tracking your weight and you're trying to lose weight, my recommendation is to check in with yourself weekly. I will be doing this on Sunday nights, or maybe Sunday morning, because you should check your weight before you even eat anything, like as soon as you get up. Here's my Arbonne tracker for the month. I was considering putting it on 2 different pages, but then I'm like, meh. I didn't want it to be, it was, you know, that was my last thing for the month that I was tracking. So I'm like, I'll just throw it on this page. And so I kind of squeezed everything in, and it'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. And then here we have my current week. So this is a little quote that I wrote in yesterday. It says, "Sufficient for the day is its own trouble." This means that don't worry about tomorrow. Again, going back to focusing on today, focusing on each task one at a time, because today has enough trouble of its own, let alone worrying about tomorrow. So don't worry about tomorrow, friends. Focus on today. Focus on what you can do today. Do your best today, and then that'll set you up for a really great tomorrow. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!